Precious Metals and Batteries Summit 2018 here in Zurich, and we move on now with Africa with Cardinal Resources. And with me here is Archie Komitsidis, and he is the CEO of the company. He wants to give us an update on his terrific company, of course. Archie, welcome. Always a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Johan. Pleased to be here.
Yeah, I think you did an exceptional job with your team, because I'm not really aware of a project which has 4.76 million ounces gold reserves.
Yeah.
How did you come on that? I mean, that is crazy, you know?
No. It's actually attributed to the actual deposit itself.
Yeah.
We calculated off 6.5 million indicated in the resource.
Mm-hmm.
We got a very high conversion ratio because the deposit is so evenly disseminated. It's not tricky. It's not complicated.
Mm-hmm.
It's very easy. So we got a very high conversion. That's why we got 4.76.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, we used $1,100 gold.
Oh, that's even more conservative.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that. Perfect.
Yeah.
And you are located in Ghana. I mean, Ghana is a fantastic mining jurisdiction, mining location. Yeah, you have also infrastructure-wise, I think everything, it's a beautiful setup, right?
Yeah, exactly. You're right. We've got power, hydropower, we've got water, we've got good roads, everything close by. So flat surfaces everywhere, no hilly terrain. Very good infrastructure. I agree.
Super. So let's talk on some numbers on the pre-feasibility study.
Yeah.
I think the capex is $414 million, which is manageable, I would call it. So what are projected AISC costs, for example? What is the IRR? Maybe after tax, if possible.
Yeah, sure. The AISC, we've got two components. We've got a starter pit, which comes in at about $600. That's got nearly 1 million ounces in the starter pit. And then life of mine, it's $770.
Still fine.
Exactly. And what we've got is 4 million ounces we'll sell into the market over the life of this mine. 4 million ounces at 770 all in. Yeah, that's right. Our IRR is sitting around 38%. And even as low as $1,000 gold, it still has a 2 in front of it. It's still slightly over 20%.
That's really amazing.
Yeah.
So what are the next steps on your path to production? Because, I mean, with that reserve, you should go in production.
Yeah, well, we're definitely heading down that path. We're de-risking the project. We're fine-tuning some of the mining schedules, the fleet, a little bit here and there in the pit walls, a little bit more on the metallurgy to get a bit more out of it if we can. And I think in Q1 it'll be interesting to come up with, let's say, a crispier version of this PFS. And hopefully the numbers will also reflect that. And after that, we'll make a decision. These are the components we need, and we just go off and do the engineering for the definitive study, which I think should be in the market by about Q3 next year.
Wow, so that's pretty fast. Okay.
Yeah.
Any indications about the $414 million? I mean, you have such prominent shareholders in your shareholder registry. There are, of course, some shareholders inside who would love to finance that, right?
Yeah, it's an interesting topic. Look, financing of this project is an interesting topic. But one thing we do know is that we just need to march on and carry on de-risking the project, adding value to the project, and financing will sort itself out, whether it's through debt equity, whether it's through a corporate transaction. Whatever happens, but we can't speculate on those things. We cannot. All we can do is work within the things we have in our control, and we'll just continue to do that and head down the path of building. In fact, we even had a new board member join last week. He's a great guy. He joined Peter Monk for Barrick when they were at 150,000 ounces. Right? Yeah. He and another 3 guys worked alongside Peter Monk and got it up to 5 million ounces per annum.
Well,
that's so you know.
It's a track record, I would say.
Yeah, maybe. We still got to put the screws into him, right? But with over 45 years of experience, he's actually there for the next phase of our studies and beyond. His name's Ken Thomas. It's public information. He joined us last week.
Fantastic. So how much cash is in the bank? Meaning, can you, let's say, fulfill the requirements and you have to do unless you get the project finance?
Okay, we've got around $35 million in the bank, which will see us through to delivering a definitive study and beyond. So we're financed for quite a while, at least a year or two before we have to think about, you know, the financing for the project. That you're right. That's a separate issue.
Yeah, because that's important.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. So we're well financed to see ourselves through for that. No problems.
Fantastic. May I ask you, how does it work with the permitting in Ghana? I mean, is it a predefined path you have to go? Is it well defined by rules and regulations? What is the time frame for that?
No, it's actually very well defined by international charters. So what happens is you get a mining license, which is approved based on technical merit. Then you go in and do your EIS and all those things. They fall under the EPA. So we've been on that for 2 years in the background. We've got the mining license. Now, when we get the EIS, the EPA permitting, we marry those up together, submit those, and we get a mining operating license to operate. Right? So the clock starts ticking soon if we get those two together.
And the possible time frame on that?
Well, time frame, it's a bit of a tricky one because, you know, a few more studies on the ground need to occur. So we don't really have control over that. But we anticipate maybe in the next 6 months or so, 9 months.
Fast,
and even if we get it around our DFS in a year's time, that's okay.
Fantastic.
That's a great achievement. That's when we need it, actually.
Okay, super. So how long would be a possible construction time for the mine? Because it would be quite big, right?
Yeah. If we were, our drop dead date, if we were financed today, the contractors, of course, they're telling us 2 years because they want to keep us happy, right?
Of course.
But long lead time items and whatnot, to be conservative, it'll take about 3 years. We're saying internally up to 3 years. But there's one good thing about our IRR and paybacks, which not many people notice. It takes us just less than 2 years to pay back. Even if the whole thing was debt 100%. So 3 years to build, 2 years to pay back, we're ready for dividends.
Fantastic. Oh, I love to hear that.
Well, hey, as a shareholder who has his skin in the game, as you know, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly. So 2 years to get the financing out of the way, and then we're all good for dividends.
Fantastic. Dividends, that was a great final word. I love that, honestly.
Thank you.
Anything you want to add? Did I miss something?
No, you didn't miss anything.
Perfect.
No, we've done well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Archie. And ladies and gentlemen, this tie is exactly describing what Archie is doing. There are bulls and there's gold. That's how it works.
Exactly. Thank you.
I love that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it was Archie Komitsidis, the CEO of Cardinal Resources, and you heard it, 4.76 million ounces gold in the reserve category. This is outstanding, $414 million to build this project, and approximately 3 to 5 years out from here. Hopefully they will be in production, and with that prominent shareholder registry I have no doubt that they make it. So check out the company. Thanks for watching us. Bye-bye from Zurich.